Okay, boys and girls, I'm going to do a quick screencast with some examples for permutations. Ms. Brady gave you the notes, and I want to do a couple examples where you can see me walk through the problems and hear me talk about it. So if we look at number 1, it says 8 runners are competing in a 100-meter sprint. Okay, and how many ways can they win gold, silver, and bronze medals? Okay, so here we have to figure out, again, I would highlight the key information. We know that there are 8 runners in the race. Let me make this a little bit bigger, I'm sorry. So we know there's 8 runners in the race, and we want to know how many ways can they win gold, silver, and bronze. Well, how many people then out of those 8 are getting a medal? That would be 3. Okay, so we would write this with parentheses as we have 8 people running in a race. We want to know in how many ways can 3 of them get medals. And obviously, the same person cannot win the gold and the silver medal. So to set this up, I would put the second number here, this 3. That's how many dashes I would write. I have 3 places. I would have gold, I would have silver, and I would have bronze here. So now it's saying, well, how many people in the race could win the gold medal? Okay, well, all 8 people have an opportunity to win the gold medal, so I would put an 8 in the first mark. So now with that said, if we have 8 people that had a chance to win the gold medal, somebody won the gold, somebody finished first. That leaves us with how many people are left to win the silver medal. It's no longer 8 because we cannot use that same person who just won the gold. So that leaves 7 people available to win the silver. So now we have somebody that won the gold, somebody with silver. How many people now have an opportunity to get that last spot? Well, that would give us 6 people left. 6 people. So now I have 8, 7, and 6. So out of the 8 people that started for 3 spots, 8, 7, and 6. Now I have to figure out what operation. Again, always use multiplication here. So I'm going to multiply 8 times 6. 8 times 7 times 6. And that would give me, there's 336 ways to finish first, second, and third. Now I could list them all out. Right? We could say that Nick Brenner got first, Kean got second, Shannon LaTrent got third. We could say that Kean got first, Shannon got second, and Emma got third. We could go through all the ways in the class, but there's only 336 that would give us a gold, silver, and bronze. Okay, now for number 2. Again, finding our key information. We know that there's a 5-digit locker combination. Okay, and they're assigned using the digits 1 through 9. We want to know in how many ways can they be formed if you cannot be repeated. That means I could have a locker combination of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I could have one that's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That works. I just can't have something that says 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. I cannot have a repeating number. So what that would look like is, well, the first number is how many number options are there? Well, I have digits 1 through 9. If I count those up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, that gives me 9 options. Okay, there's 9 options. Now, how many different marks do I have? I'm going to write down, well, it says I have a 5-digit combination. So that's 9, 5. So that means for my first digit in the lock, I have 9 different possibilities. Put a 9 there. And if I use one of those numbers, use one of those digits up, again, say I use a 1, I cannot use that 1 again. So now I don't have 9 options for my second number, and I'm down to 8 options because I cannot repeat. And then I just keep going down, 7, 6, and 5. And what I tell you is, again, multiplication. So I multiply these together to get 15,120 ways. Okay. And then the last one I'll go over is number 3. Again, in how many ways can the classes math, language arts, science, and social studies be ordered on a student schedule as the first 4 classes of the day? Okay, well, how many options do I have? That's what I need to go through. That's the first number in the parentheses. How many options? Well, math's 1 option, language arts is 2 options, science is 3 options, and social studies is 4 options. That gives me 4 options that I have for each class period. Now my second number in the parentheses is how many different tick marks do I have? Well, it's telling me that I have 4 classes. I have first period, second period, third period, and fourth period. So I'd have 4, 4 here. So now, how many options do I have for my first period class? Well, you think about what you have at school. You could have either math, language arts, science, or social studies. So you would have 4 options. Now let's say I have science as my first period class. How many options do I have for my second period class? Well, I can't have science again, so now I'm down to 3. And now let's say I use science and then I use social studies. That now leaves me down with 2 and then 1 option. Okay. Again, you can multiply these out. 4 times 3 is 12. 12 times 2 is 24. Times 1 would give me 24 ways. So again, as you can hopefully notice the pattern, the first number is how many options there are. That's the number that starts in the tick marks and how many places there are. The second number is how many places. Okay. Hopefully this gives you a little visual of an explanation of solving these problems, and this can help you out with the homework. If you still have questions after you watch this video, shoot me an email. Let me know what number you're stuck on.